Hello everyone. Today dabbing will take you to a half-layer Sony studio focusing on making Sony teapots, carbon stoves, and boiling kettles. Let's take a look at what good craftsmanship and materials are available to make Sony teapots. Hello, this is Mr. Wang, the manager of our half-floor Sony studio. Today, let Teacher Wang introduce to you what good craftsmanship and materials we have in our Sony pot can share with you. Seeing that there are many works by Teacher Wang and some works by students here, Teacher Wang can simply share them. These 3 handfuls are all purple clay, and a state of falling ash after being restored by firewood and warm. I think it is quite alternative. These 3 handfuls are all. In fact, the clay material in this lake is broken, and some other clay material is added to it for mixing. On the surface, different colors of purple sand mud are used to make mud, and then some treatment is carried out to form a bronze one, which has the feeling of an embroidered surface. We engrave another word and it will be very retro. These lakes are actually the lakes of rebirth, such as rebirth and rocks. After the texture is pressed out, some rocks will be mentioned. This white one is actually purple clay mud, and I like this little pumpkin very much. The background color is actually black. After making the shape, I put a layer of green purple sand mud on the outside. Therefore, purple clay is more cute. Although it looks very single and cannot be used, we can make more tricks through low reason expression methods. I found a boiling stove here. Can Teacher Wang introduce it to you? Things like carbon furnaces are also made by me. I pinch a high paper tube, then make a wall inside, open a mouthful, and dip it in some accessories, and it becomes a carbon furnace. The biggest problem with this thing is that it is very high, and one hand may not be able to pinch it, so 2 hands need to cooperate. If you pinch one of the 2 hands and dance, it will increase the relative difficulty. Its clay material is relatively special, and it can withstand this kind of induction test that is very cold and hot, or urgently needs high temperature and low temperature. Teacher Wang's main works are purple sand mud. Then I just saw this thing. This one is a bit like porcelain mud, and this one is also purple sand mud. Yes, this is Zhongbai. I only wanted to burn it many years ago, and then this is white, hot purple sand mud. You can see that its background color is like this. It is white, and I used it transparently inside, and it will have a little color difference. The outer layer is the pink makeup paint I put on, and it is used with a layer of transparent use, and it becomes like this, so it looks similar to the local porcelain clay in Pinnerin, but in fact it is porcelain clay. Teacher Wang has many tools here, so what good tools can I recommend to everyone? In terms of tools, such large and small beats, some small back corners are used to smooth the surface. This is a cutting knife, which is also used to repair Husheng's surface, and is very useful for cutting mud pieces. The best one is such a ruler, but for me it is a knife, which can be trimmed on the surface, or cut, and then it is very soft and can be used for various shapes. It is used to adapt to Husheng's lines. For example, Shu Tuor and Mu Tuor are used for Hu covers, which can be used for arched round lids. The rest are such large and small bamboo fruits, which can be made of various sizes of Huju. The Ming needle sheet is actually used to polish Husheng so that the clay on the surface can be tighter. Then, like the bend with an elbow in front, it is used to dig the Huju. Through this front elbow, all the excess clay in the Huju is picked out for it. Then I can recommend a turntable to you. It is a pig iron double-axis turntable, which is very easy to use. Whether it is used for inserting beards or other craftsmanship, it can be used very flexibly and has a very stable weight. The price is relatively affordable and very good. Oh, I found a sucking stone. What is the use of this arc-shaped sucking stone? I can demonstrate this. For example, we are the most commonly used gadgets for boards. Sometimes when we need to draw, the board will not shake. If we use mud strips to stick, it may also stain our skin and our right side. Then I sucked it with this curvature sucking stone and it will suck it. It is very firm and will not make our skin dirty enough. I think this thing is very useful. Teacher Wang can introduce to you what are the difficulties in making arcs. In fact, an arc has many structures: silent, mouthless, coverless, and this handle. There is a ball hole inside the silent mouth. There is a thorn on the arc mouth. There are many structures of the entire T-arc if you want to explain in detail. The overall thickness is uniform and uneven. It will also affect your feel. The thickness of the bottom affects your center of gravity. The sealing of the cover affects whether it will leak. The structure of an arc mouth, including the density of the ball hole inside, also affects the water outlet. Is the water outlet of the arc strong? The difficulty of making it is that the water flow in the front end is how much water flow is in and how much water is coming out of the small mouth. If it is large and small here, squeeze out the water with a stream of water, and its water is very powerful. Whether the water flow at the front end will hang water depends on the angle of my mouth protection and the structure of the front end. If a kettle wants to achieve a better state, you need to concentrate on grinding it. There is no mention of which link is particularly difficult. When you put the entire structure together, it is the most difficult technique. Thank you very much today for sharing with you. If you have any questions about the craftsmanship and materials of making pots, you can leave a message in our comment area.